Hello everyone, SPSA here. Welcome back to another OG video. Now I do have another Simpsons video in the works, but I'm outsourcing editing, so that won't be out till next week. So you're gonna just have to deal with this stuff in the meantime while they cook. So, let's hop into game number 1 of OG. Alright, game number 1 of OG, and yeah, now we do have the Butterfly live event in a few days, so that'll be cool. I don't know if I'll watch the event, but it'll be cool nonetheless. But I think the season I played the most OG in was seasons 1 through 3. I played a bit of season 4, and then I barely played any season 5. But for season 6 through 10, since, you know, that's peak chapter 1, I am locking in for OG seasons 6 through 10. Well, OG seasons 7 through 10. Because those are the ones, in a lot of people's opinions, that are peak chapter 1, so. And I did not. Well, I didn't experience any of chapter 1 outside of season OG back in 2023, and God, that was 2 years ago. But yeah, I didn't really play Fortnite back in 2018, 2019, when it was in its prime, so I don't really. Oh, it's a gummy team leader. Go away. You're reskin almost as often as Peely is. I say that as we're getting yet another Peely reskin in this season's battle pass. Hi, Charlie. That's not very OG, but what? Charlie's not very OG, but, you know, I don't care. He's cute. I like having a little companion. Yeah, the idea of sidekicks are cool. It's just the execution and how Epic's monetizing them that is really to me. I don't think we should have to buy multiple copies of the same pet just to be able to edit them. Also, a certain OG Twitter account has been pointed out that the Simpsons storm is an OG, but, like, doesn't this make the storm look more accurate to chapter 1? Because any footage I've seen of chapter 1, the storm just has the horizontal lines. It doesn't have the squares on it. I'm going to die. I don't have any movement items. Is there a quad crasher or something around here? I don't think so. Yeah, they changed the soccer field to a football field in Pleasant Park. And then chapter 2 changes it back to a soccer field, but puts the whatchamacallit, bunker thing underneath it. I'm gonna die here. Which is fine, I honestly brought this upon myself. Oh, wait, no, 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 okay. Now, I just need to find heals. As much as I'd love to be racking up kills right now, I can't afford that. Honestly, if we do get a win in this video, that would be pretty epic, because that would mean I'd go back-to-back OG videos, where I win, so yeah, if we can get a bandages, that'll work. That'll work. Yeah, honestly, I always thought OG was a fun mode. I mean, it's a return to Chapter 1. It may not be a very accurate return to Chapter 1, but it is a return to Chapter 1 nonetheless, and Fortnite Chapter 1 is a chapter that I have zero playtime in. Chapters 1 and 2 are both chapters I just didn't play at all, so this mode appealed to me on that front alone. And of course, if you watched any of my other Fortnite OG videos, you'll know that I do not care in the slightest that we have modern movement tech like sprinting, sliding, and mantling. I do not care that we have modern movement tech, because, again, just unbind your sprint key and don't mantle, and just tell me how that feels. OG is a mode that I do like, and I'm looking forward to Season 7 when it drops, and of course Chapter 2 when they eventually do that. Now, Chapter 7, according to leaks, it seems like we're getting another heist theme season. Which, okay, I guess. I'm just honestly sick of heist theme seasons, dude. Like, we had one in Chapter 2. We had one in Chapter 2. We had... Oh, bro. What? Okay, then. Alright, game 2. Never mind. Alright, I need to step up my game. We have 2 games now that I'm probably just gonna either cut out of the video entirely or just cut short for the joke. Game 3. Let's see if I do any better at all. So, I took a break in between the last games you saw and these next games to edit the last games you saw. So we're just gonna jump into game number 4. Okay, game 4, and no matter the outcome, I will end up showing this game in its entirety, because Doing that bit every time I lose would not make for good content, now would it? If I win, the video's over. If I lose, then we're running a game 5. So where are we dropping? Not Leaky Lake. Let's go to Flush because nobody else does. Then it's going to be gone at the end of the season. So yeah. Okay. I think Flush is going to be either a good or a bad thing. It'll probably be a bad thing because of that. Where is this idiot? There. There we go. Oh, another idiot? Where is... Run away like a coward? No! No! Don't run away like a coward. Let me put a bullet in your body instead. Yeah, this will be my, first heavily edited Fortnite video. Which means I want your guys' thoughts. Now, like I said, I am outsourcing the, editing for the next, Fortnite But Simpsons video to, a fellow content creator, so this won't be the only heavily edited Fortnite video, but of course they're gonna need some time to edit together the video. So in the meantime, I'm going to do an OG video because I don't tend to, or because my edits are more simple in nature, so I can get this done quickly. And plus, they're working on another project, which I am also a part of, which will also contribute to that video being taking some time. I have no other projects in the works except for this one, so that is solely the reason why I can edit as quickly as I can. Which, yeah, not gonna fault them for having another project in the works. That is completely understandable. I'll just get this video out in the meantime. So you guys will have this and all my Sonic Rumble stuff. Why are you close ranging with a sniper rifle? Why are you stupid? You were close ranging with a heavy. Why would you do that? Why are you stupid? I was saying if I win this match, which there's a high likelihood I won't, this will be the final game of the video, obviously. Why am I trying to hurl? That's not a thing you can do in OG. Probably because I'm so used to doing it in VR. Because of course, hurtling was supposed to be in Chapter 4. It was going to be introduced with dog shit, or what normal people like to call MAGA. And they disabled it because it was sending people into space. Why are you running? Okay. Anyway, it was sending people into space, so they just vaulted hurtling for the rest of Chapter 3. Okay. Okay. Game number 5. As I was saying, yeah, they added hurtling to Chapter 4. Then they disabled it because it was sending people to space, so it was disabled for the rest of Chapter 4. And then they re-enabled it with Chapter 5, Season 1, so... Ooh, Greasy Grove. Okay. So one thing I discovered playing the Simpsons map is the Durr Burger on the Simpsons map has a completely different layout to the one on the Season OG map. Or the Fortnite OG map. And I didn't know that, so... I was trying to loot it like I would this place, and that did not go well. You're gonna be right behind this wall, aren't you? No. Oh no, you're behind me! With a minigun. Oh, they made the semi-auto pistol actually fully automatic, so you don't have to hammer the button anymore. Back in Season 1, you still had to hammer the button. I'm gonna take your minigun, though. Take out you. And take out you. And take out you. Nice. Whatever the outcome of this game is, I'm just gonna call it, because it's 1 a.m. and yeah, it's 1 a.m. So whatever the outcome of this game is, I'm gonna call it, and get the rest of the video edited and out to you guys. And there won't be an after show this time. Sorry. No, let's drop Junk Junction. Dropping Pleasant's gonna be a really bad idea. Yeah, the food trucks are here. That's not lore accurate. Can you equip... Whoever's doing that, can you equip a pickaxe that doesn't do it? Oh, that was just Charlie. That wasn't a player, that was just Charlie. There's a player, that. Oh, that was a heavy assault rifle. Okay. Yeah, so... I don't think I've actually explained in a video why I don't like Chapter 3. Or not Chapter 3. I love Chapter 3. Why I don't like Chapter 4. So I might as well do that now. First problem, the map. I just felt like the map was just way too small. Like, it's not reload map small, but it was still just too small. And had too few named POIs. Too few interesting named POIs, I should say. And then Season 2 just brought in Mega City. For one, Mega City was unfinished. Yeah, I don't know why people glaze Mega City so much. It's literally unfinished. And the loot pool past Season 1 was just... The loot pools past Season 1 were just... People like to claim that spammy melee weapons started with Chapter 5, or even Chapter 6. Nope, spammy melee weapons started with Chapter 4. We had the kinetic blade with Season 1. No, we had the shockwave hammer with Season 1, which wasn't really a melee weapon, it was more of a rotation item, so I'm not going to count it. And then we had the kinetic blade with Season 2. And then Season 3 we had shit, what did Season 3 have? Actually, I'm not sure Season 3 had a spammy melee weapon. No, it did. It had the lightsabers with the Star Wars event. Season 4 had Kato Thorn's mythic kinetic blade. Season OG didn't have anything because it was, of course, Chapter 1 again. I guess the kinetic blade wasn't really a spammy melee weapon, so... Yeah, now that I think about it, the only time we really had a spammy melee weapon in Chapter 4 was the Star Wars Mythics in Chapter 4 Season 3. And you had the ODM gear in Chapter 4 Season 2, which was both a rotation item and a melee weapon, so... Yeah, I completely forgot about the ODM gear in Chapter 4 Season 2. But then the regular guns, despite being hit scan and just modified versions of Chapters 1 and 2 weapons, they just felt off and really unfun to use. And they didn't have the excuse of being bullet drop as to why they were unfun to use. They were just not as fun to use as the Chapter 3 weapons were. But then again, in both Chapters 3 and 4, since I sucked at the game, I mean, I still suck at the game, but not as much anymore. In Chapters 3 and 4, back when I still sucked at the game, you know, level up, okay. I use back in Chapters 3 and 4, when I still sucked at the game, I tended to avoid gunfighting, so that probably had a lot to do with my disdain for... No, I want the gold pump. That probably had a lot to do with my disdain for Chapter 4's weapons, but even Chapter 3's weapons still felt fun to use despite my adversity to gunfighting. Yeah, there was just something off about Chapter 4's weapons that made them not really feel the best, which is ironic considering the Thunder Shotgun was in Chapter 4, and I find it really fun to use now in the Simpsons seasons, so... same with the Striker Assault Rifle, which is literally just the SCAR as a standard assault rifle, but... it's still fun in the Simpsons seasons, so... Yeah, it's ironic that weapons I just couldn't get behind in Chapter 4 are good now. Again, that's probably just a me thing. In fact, a lot of why I didn't like Chapter 4 is probably just a me thing, because I was still pretty new to Fortnite during Chapter 4. So it's probably just a me thing, but I just... Except for Season 3. I'm with the majority that have a heavy disdain for Season 3, because Chapter 4 Season 3 was not good. You had the horrible jungle in the middle of the map that just made traversing the map really annoying. And then you had the loot pool. And then Season 4, again, this might just be a me thing, but Season 4, I didn't really like Season 4 just because it was another heist season. Even though this was technically only Chapter 3, or Chapter 4, Season 4. Jesus. Chapter 4, Season 4 was only really the second time we got a full heist-themed season. Which, really, the heist this season was stealing a time machine so we could go back to Chapter 1. Which, okay, I guess. Where are you? Okay, yeah. I'm just gonna cut off here. If you guys liked the video, like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.